Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your boy Deluxeman's recap, review, and results for New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 27. This is my very first G1 Climax I've seen from match number 1 all the way to the finals, which included Tetsuya Naito taking on Kenny Omega. This is the second time they've main evented a G1 Climax. They did it before last year, and I saw that match. And I told myself when I saw their first match last year, I have got to see this thing all the way through. And I'm happy I did. When it comes to G1 Climax 27, the entire tournament, the concept of it, the winner getting a shot at the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, it was amazing. I gotta say, as a WWE fan, someone who just recently started to expand his horizons, I would say for the last 2 years, your boy has gone outside the States, have looked at wrestling companies, not just in Japan, not just in the UK, but everywhere. All flavors, all varieties of wrestling, because I'm sorry, when it comes to just watching WWE, if you are a wrestling fan, if you are someone that enjoys the art of wrestling, what these guys do on a regular basis, you can't be happy with just watching the WWE. Not here in 2017. The wrestling scene is too vibrant, it's too awesome, it's alive and well. Unfortunately, you won't get that sense if you're just watching WWE. So, before I get into anything, I implore all of you, please check out New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's why I'm doing reviews. That's why I'm doing these recap videos, talking about the tournament itself, just to get you involved. I want you, the wrestling audience, to feel like wrestling is still awesome. And I believe you won't get that watching WWE. Hopefully you will watching New Japan Pro Wrestling. Maybe you will, maybe you still do, watching other companies, ROH, NXT, which is still a part of WWE, Lucha Underground, PWG, whatever. Maybe some UK shows. Anything that's not just main roster WWE, I'm pretty sure you will enjoy. But let's talk about G1 Climax 27. Like I said, this is my very first one. The first time I sat through an entire tournament. And for a first time experience, I'm in love. I'm in love with this stuff, man. I love Japanese wrestling. I love the stiff, strong style that I get basically in every single match. It's not just the typical, I kick you hard, you kick me back, I kick you harder, you kick me harder, which we get. But sometimes we get a variety of wrestling from people like Zack Sabre Jr. who can do mat technician wrestling like nobody. You have the charisma of a Kenny Omega and a Tetsuya Naito. And of course, Hiroshi Tanahashi, who is the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling. So many characters, so many awesome wrestlers, so much to love about New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I will say this, I am so enthralled. I've become so enthralled with New Japan that when I'm able to, when I become more financially stable, I am going to order New Japan Pro Wrestling World. That is their network. It's their equivalent of the WWE network, where they show all their pay-per-views, all their big shows. I will be watching more of New Japan Pro Wrestling. I have to. I need to as a wrestling fan. I recently did a video. My fandom was minuscule just watching WWE because I've seen what corporate suits can do to our business when they put restraints on these wrestlers. When they tell these wrestlers they can't go out there and have good matches or have matches of the year candidates because it's not a part of the plan. The lack of storytelling, everything that was going on with WWE that made me create that video was killing my fandom. And I'm so happy. I am so happy that people like Kenny Omega, like Michael Elgin, like Tetsuya Naito, like, I got it here, SANADA, Juice Robinson, Suzuki, Evil, Kazuchika Okada, hopefully I said his first name right. I think I said it right, Kazuchika, Kota Ibushi, Zack Sabre Jr., Hirooki Goto, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Luck Fale, Togi Makabe, Tomohiro Ishii. Ishii, that's my boy! I love me some Ishii, man! You guys have to be so tired of the BS you're getting when it comes to wrestling in the States. From GFW to WWE, you must be sick of it. So, I am here to give you a light. Do yourself a favor. Check out New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, that is basically my plug to the company and why you should check it out. Let's go ahead and get into the results of the G1 Climax. I think if you win a match, it's 2 points. I think a draw gets you 1 point. A loss basically means you get no points, and the winner gets 2 points. We have 2 blocks. Block A, and then Block B. You win the most matches, you win the block. That's how it works. The standing for Block A, this is how it is. With 2 points was Yuji Nagata, who is a veteran in New Japan Pro Wrestling. People are telling me this was his last tournament. He ended with 2 points. 1 win and 8 losses. So, yeah, it's that time. With that said, really enjoyed his matches. Not much is known when it comes to Nagata for me, but based off of what I saw, respect, man. Blue Justice all the way. I like him. YOSHI-HASHI for 4 points. He has 2 wins and 7 losses. Following that is Togi Makabe. Here's the thing. When we talk about those hardcore veterans, I think of 2 people. Tomohiro Ishii, and Togi Makabe. And when it comes to which one's my favorite, Ishii is definitely one of my favorites. I would put him in my top 5, probably top 3 when it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling. He knows when to sell. He knows how to look like a big, unbeatable monster, but at the same time make his opponents look believable when they beat him. You don't get that a lot, especially in WWE. But both of those guys, Makabe and Ishii, have 8 points because they have 5 losses and 4 wins. Zack Sabre Jr. and Kota Ibushi. First off, if you've seen the Cruiserweight Classic, you know who these two are. The best performers in that entire tournament. And we see them here easily tearing it up. If you look at my top 10 recommended matches that I'm going to talk about, these 2 names will pop up in most of those matches because they're that awesome. If you ask me, name your top 10 wrestlers in wrestling today, Zack Sabre Jr. and Kota Ibushi will be in that top 10. Without question. I have no shame in saying that. But they both have 10 points with a winning record of 5 wins and 4 losses. The ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Hiroshi Tanahashi, 12 points, 6 wins and 3 losses. I believe he's lost to, I'm trying to remember, he lost to Zack Sabre Jr., he lost to Kota Ibushi. Was it Naito? I'm not too sure who he lost to. It was Naito. Yeah, it was Naito, I believe, because they beat him. And this is one of the things I love about New Japan Pro Wrestling, how they protect their champions. Tanahashi is a champion. He's the IC champion, the Intercontinental champion over there. He's had probably one of the best records in this entire tournament. He doesn't look weak. He looks strong. Yes, he lost, but he comes out looking pretty strong from this tournament. So he feels like a legitimate competitor for that championship, which makes the championship a lot more important. And because he lost, what does it do? The people who beat him get title shots in the future. This is an instance where a champion losing can actually be beneficial, especially when it's in a tournament like this. Zack Sabre Jr. and Ibushi get title shots in the future. So that's really, really cool. Luck Fale got 12 points. He's a member of the Bullet Club. Big black man who takes no BS from anybody. And I like it. I like it. He is the Black Brock Lesnar. He hurts everybody, and he is dominant. He was very dominant in this tournament. He could have won it. He was really close to winning it. 12 points. But the winner of Block A was Tranquilo Tetsuya Naito, who I have become a massive fan of. When I look at Tetsuya Naito, I see how he is basically a horrible human being. He likes causing trouble for people. He likes wreaking havoc. He likes breaking things. When he was the IC champion, he disrespected the lineage and the championship every day. He basically broke the championship. He would toss it in the ring. He would hit it on the ring apron. He probably pissed on it for all I care. He broke the plate of the championship. And you think someone like that, why would fans love him? He is one of the most popular wrestlers in New Japan right now. He has that NWO feel to where you know they're bad guys. You know they are here to destroy and wreak havoc. But there's a cool, charismatic aspect about him that makes it cool to want to root for him. I would say A Block had the best matches of the entire tournament. B Block had some good matches. Unfortunately, I feel like Block A brought it. Now, Block B, with that said, shouldn't be underlooked. Some of these people I'm not too familiar with, but I am going to mention them because of the standings. We have Satoshi Kojima with 2 points. Michael Elgin, nice seeing him again, former ROH World Champion. Big Mike won 3 matches and lost 6, so he ended up with 6 points. Toru Yano and Tama from Gorillas of Destiny both ended up with 8 points. 4 matches won, they lost 5. I like Yano. Yes, I know not a lot of fans like that goofball comedic wrestler, Santino Marella, WWE. And I know his match with Omega pissed a lot of fans off, which I won't talk about too much. I've seen it. Wasn't too bothered by it, but I can understand why people didn't like it. With that said, I like him. He doesn't bother me as much as he does everybody else. Tama, really impressive. He's pretty cool. Love his promo he cut that one time they were doing a conference where he basically said, it's boring now. We should really learn to expand our horizons in New Japan and put the tournament not just in Japan, but everywhere, worldwide. And in a sense, I agree with them. Japan is expanding to a point where even people here in the States are watching it. Roseanne Barr loves New Japan Pro Wrestling. What does that tell you? Maybe it's time to expand a little bit more. And in the near future, probably for G1 Climax 30, we should do a worldwide tournament just to see who's the best and get some people from WWE involved and stuff like that. I would love that one day. I really would, but that's to come. Sanada also had 8 points. He's from, here we go, Los Ingobernables. I actually say it right. Oh my god, I actually said it right the first time. I'm proud of myself. Juice Robinson, who is CJ Parker from NXT, doing really good for himself, also ended up with 8 points. Minoru Suzuki from Suzuki Gun. Listen, I knew nothing about this crazy man before this tournament. I want to see more of him. He is a lunatic, and I love it. Dean Ambrose, eat your freaking heart out. This is how you should be. If Dean Ambrose was anything like Suzuki, I think Ambrose would easily be the top guy in WWE. Just saying. Then we ended up with the top 2. Evil, who surprisingly got one of the victories over Okada. Kazuchika Okada is the world champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He only lost twice. He lost once to Evil, which was a big deal. And the other one was to Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega was the winner of Block B with 14 points. Finally, Omega beat Okada. Finally! Their second match, they went to a 1-hour draw. First match, Omega came that close, couldn't beat him because he couldn't hit the one-winged angel. And it took, basically, Okada getting an injury and being worn out from his tournament matches for Omega to finally beat him. And I'm pretty sure this third match they had in the tournament probably broke the scale again. Without question, one of the best matches I've seen as a wrestling fan, one of the best series of matches in wrestling history, is up there with the Ric Flair versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat matches, you name it, which led to the finals, which I watched tonight. And if you were to ask me right now, Deluxe Man, what is your match of the year? A lot of you would say Omega versus Okada, which is understandable. Again, it broke the scale, Dave Meltzer's star rating scale. However, if you ask me right now, Deluxe Man, what is your match of the year? I would tell you the finals of G1 Climax. Naito versus Omega was mwah! Everything you can ask for. It was the epitome of a wrestling match. The V-triggers in this match were insane. I felt the V-triggers. They gave me a headache. How the hell Naito didn't get anything broken? You know what? Maybe he did. Maybe he lost some tooth. Maybe he did get like some kind of a skull fracture, like Shibata. But those feed triggers that he nailed Naito with were insane. But I appreciate that despite him not winning, Omega still never hit the one-winged angel. I love New Japan for protecting his finisher. It always keeps the idea in the back of your head. If Omega just hit that one move, it will be the end of the match. I love that. I love that, and I think it makes him feel that much more special. And as a result of that match, your winner and new G1 Climax champion, is that what it's called, or is it just G1 Climax winner or trophy holder? I don't care. The guy who won the tournament is Tetsuya Naito. He will go on to fight Kazuchika Okada in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom. And to be honest, I half expected him to throw that trophy into the audience when he won it. He didn't do it, but I'm sorry, after how he treated the IC championship, I wouldn't have been shocked if he tossed that thing halfway across the arena and broke it. Because that's just who Naito is. Everything about this tournament is beautiful. Every match meant something. The winner gets a reward, which is to main event the biggest show of the company's history, or the WrestleMania of New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is Wrestle Kingdom. I was rooting for Kota Ibushi because I love Kota Ibushi. I'm not upset that he didn't win. As a matter of fact, I'm happy with his reward because since he beat Tanahashi, he will get a future IC Championship match. And hopefully that's going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom too. I think we had a return on this show. Yeah! Shibata! He's back inside the ring. See, I know I'm someone that wants people like Daniel Bryan and others to come back and wrestle after they've sustained what should have been a career-ending injury. This is one of those instances where I kind of go, yeah, I'm happy to see you back, Shibata, but dude, you broke your skull. That scares me. You broke your skull. He hit Okada with this brutal, skull-breaking headbutt. And when I say skull-breaking, I mean that. It broke his skull. That's incredible. That's insane to see Shibata back. And apparently, he's going to wrestle again. So what do I know? I look forward to seeing what Shibata can bring to the table, even though he's returning from breaking his freaking skull. But let me end it by giving you my top 10 match recommendations. I recommend all of you, if you haven't seen the tournament and you want to have a good idea of what to watch, what to experience, I recommend that you watch these top 10 matches. These are my top 10 match recommendations. And if you have match recommendations you want to give out in the comments, go right ahead. But here are my top 10. From the July 17th show, which happened on my birthday, Tomohiro Ishii versus Zack Sabre Jr. Phenomenal match. Kota Ibushi versus Tetsuya Naito. So 2 matches from July 17th. From July 21st, we have Kota Ibushi versus Zack Sabre Jr. The finals of the Cruiserweight Classic we didn't get. Kota Ibushi versus Tomohiro Ishii from July 23rd. Tetsuya Naito versus Tomohiro Ishii from July 29th. Again, Kota Ibushi versus Hiroshi Tanahashi from August 1st. Tetsuya Naito versus Zack Sabre Jr. from August 4th. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Tetsuya Naito from August 11th. Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada 3. Their third encounter from August 12th. And of course, the finals. Kenny Omega versus Tetsuya Naito 2. The second time these two had a finals match. One more. I said top 10. I'll give you one more. Top 11. Go check out Suzuki versus Okada. I forgot what date that happened on. Was that the 10th? Someone looked up when freaking Suzuki took on Okada, because that match was amazing. That match was spectacular. So check out those matches if you need a good idea of what to watch in the tournament. Other than that, guys, give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on the tournament. Who are your top favorite performers? Your top matches? Top 10. Let's go top 10. I gotta say, man, if you are not into anything going on with WWE, you're looking for real champions, real wrestling, something different, something that's not gonna insult your intelligence. if you're looking for champions like Kazuchika Okada, who is one of the best world champions in wrestling today. And if you ask me right now, top contender for Wrestler of the Year, absolutely, Okada. Hell, if he continues on this trajectory, he continues to have great matches going on for a few more years, he might end up being in my top 50 greatest wrestlers of all time. Again, I've only been seeing him for the last 2 years, and he's easily becoming one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen. Quickly. But if you're looking for real champions like Okada, like Tanahashi, real wrestlers with charisma like Naito, New Japan Pro Wrestling is the company for you! And that is a plug from your boy, Deluxe Man. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like the video, click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Like me on Facebook at DeluxeManWorld. Follow me on Twitter at DeluxeManVX1. Check out all my social links down below, social media links down below. That includes my PayPal, my Patreon to help improve the quality of the channel. Your donations would be highly appreciated. And if you don't want to donate but you want to improve the brand, you can buy your official Deluxe Man t-shirt off of Pro Wrestling Tees. And you know what? If anything else, thank you for watching. I love you, and I will catch you next time right here in Deluxe Man's World. This is your boy Deluxe Man signing off. I'm out of here. Peace out. Love ya.